The Ayatollah's besties. That's the focus of tonight's angle. The drumbeat from the U.S. press corps since Operation Epic Fury began has been relentlessly pessimistic. That despite America's superior firepower, Iran is grinding down the American military. Posting on X, Democrat pollster Mark Penn put it very well, writing, "The headlines abound. Regime doing well, in control. Trump under pressure to end war. Khomeini's son just as tough as dad. U.S. responsible for missile on school." So where are the headlines, 50 Iranian ships sunk, or Iranian military assets destroyed, or leadership tries to put on good showing despite internal chaos, or Khomeini appointment creates hereditary theocracy, war plan progress unprecedented? Well, those stories should be told, not because they're pro-Trump hype, but because they're accurate. But CNN seems hell-bent on framing almost every development as a negative. When the current Iranian regime needs optimistic framing, it knows where to go.
For the Iranians, as long as they are there, as long as their leadership structure is still effective and still very much intact, is stable, and as long as they have that leverage in the Persian Gulf area, they believe that they can hold out for an extended period of time. And when you go out on the streets in Tehran, one of the things that you do notice is that there are a lot of security forces on the ground, and where they are also internally projecting that they are still very much in charge and still very much have that grip on power.
And 6 days ago, CNN in Iran was essentially giving the world two thumbs up.
Taking a quick break for a coffee along the way. We've been driving for several hours. There's a couple of things that we've noticed. Number one is that, first of all the shops are open. All the shops are really well stocked, even with fresh things like, for instance, fruits and vegetables. Coffee, obviously, also available as well. And then also the gas stations. There's no long lines as gas stations. Fuel seems readily available, and you just don't see any sort of degree of panic anywhere.
Well, I don't know, channeling his best Baghdad Bob?
They are sick in their minds.
They said they entered the 65 tanks in the middle of the capital. They claim that. I tell you, I inform you that this speech is too far from the reality.
They are not near Baghdad. Don't believe them.
They are not near Baghdad. All right, we're having some fun here, but come on. What we're seeing from our media is just as disturbing as it is comical. Check out this analysis from the New York Times over the weekend. How Trump's war in Iran has echoes of Putin and Ukraine. This is disgusting, and it's aggressively stupid. There is literally zero serious comparison there. America doesn't want to occupy Iran or take territory we deem to be historically ours, which is what Putin wants. Unlike Ukraine, Iran supported the most lethal terrorist network in the world, Hezbollah, and it continued to threaten us militarily by refusing to give up their nuclear ambitions. The Times should be ashamed of itself. Of course, the reality that the Trump-hating media is loath to report is that the Iranian regime is deeply unpopular, especially among its young people. We can all see Iran currently being hammered on all sides. So where are the stories about how Iran, with its Mideast missile and drone strikes, has essentially made enemies of almost every main player in the region? Although Iran can still muster, of course, some lethal military strikes, they're less frequent. And with the THAAD interceptors, we are actually taking out and destroying the lion's share of what they're launching. America will win this because victory is our only option. And of course, we're just stronger and better than they are. Yes, the risks at the outset were real, and we do not minimize them. Yes, the tragedies of the dead and the wounded are heart-wrenching. But there is no sense that Iran will be able to wait us out and reconstitute their nuclear program or their missile programs anytime soon. That is ludicrous. The biggest threats are eliminated or will be soon. But for the Beltway media types, they'd rather propagandize for the enemy, or at least appear to, than report on President Trump's successes. and they wonder why their audience and readership is evaporating. And that's the angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.